Hey y'all, welcome to the CIOPCC and this week's acquisition report. Got 7 new items to talk about this week. It's a lot bigger week than I had expected it to be, and it's kind of got a lot of horror theme to it, which is always great. But I'm going to start out with, we've been collecting these little backpack danglers that they're doing for Bob's Burgers. And the latest wave, I still needed one more, if you remember, if you've been religiously watching my acquisition reports. And I got him this week. There he is. Brunch Squatch, Beef Squatch Jean. Last of the ones that I know I need, but with the number of these things they've been doing, and I suspect they've been pretty successful, I'm sure we'll get some more here any day. Especially since that release was a little while ago. Number 2 is kind of an oddball. I'm not exactly sure what's going on here. Here we have the Ecto 1. This is the one by Jada Toys. It's the exact same mold as the previous diecast Jada Toys version. However, they've done it in a kind of red, white, and blue, yellow, maybe Optimus Prime sort of kind of design. And it has the 40th Transformers logo on it. Now, it doesn't transform. It's the exact same as the other one. The doors open, the hood opens, things like that. But it is in this weird color scheme. Not exactly sure why, if they just did this as, hey, this is cool. But there you go. That's what they did. And this matches, if you're wondering, it is exactly the same. Here he is over here. This is the one Jada Toys did earlier, and it is the same exactly, except for the color scheme and the logo, which they replaced with the Transformers logo. So that's number 2. That was kind of a surprise this week. Came out of nowhere. I did pick up one of the Neca Beetlejuice figures. Yes, I know they're really terrible because, at least compared to modern figures, this was much earlier Neca when they did this guy on the right. But the one that they've done now, while it doesn't, you can't really compare it to modern figures, it sits well with the old version, right? It's a nice companion to that old version because it's in the same style. The head sculpt is slightly different. Yeah, it's a nice addition. Now, I'm looking forward, of course, to the next Sideshow Beetlejuice. That's number 3. Continuing in the horror theme, I'll go backwards here. And look at Megan. Now, I'm assuming Megan is part of Haulathon, and my Target just got some of these figures out early because they didn't have like a Haulathon display, but they had this one and a couple others already out on the shelf. So I picked up Megan. I do have one complaint with her. She's a good figure, and she looks great. I mean, you know who it is immediately. The costume gives that away. And it is a unique figure, when you've got all the other horror characters from different lines. But the eyes aren't big enough. The eyes on the character were like huge doll eyes. They set her apart from a normal child. These look just like, normal person eyes. So I do think they missed the boat on that one. But it's still a good figure. And in that 7-inch scale, it's a good representation. So that's 4 of the 7. 5 is Duke. Latest in the 112 Collective G.I. Joe series, as you can see. And I really, really like this figure. This is, of course, I'm always going to like a 112 figure, but this one's got a really good color combination and a more old school G.I. Joe look to him. And he stands out with a lot more of the darker colors that we see with most of the other characters. Came with a ton of accessories, too. There's a lot of ways you can set him up, including a couple more head sculpts. So that's number 5. Number 6 is down over here. He's another one that I'm thinking was supposed to be part of Haulathon because we haven't heard about this guy before. This is the totally 80s elf. As you can see, he comes with a TV and a game console and it's a new shirt. Really cool. Stands out because of the accessories from the other versions. And there are quite a few that are unique here. So, had to pick him up so I'd have all those other unique accessories. That gives us 4 of the Alf figures now that they've produced, with the 5th one coming, that rock and roll version. So that's 6 of this week's new goodies. Last one, save the best for last. Way over here. I have to do a complete change up on this shelf. I'm going to have to move a bunch of this stuff around because I'm out of room for my Batman the Animated Series stuff from Mondo, because Bane is here now. And this Bane is terrific. I want the other half of the body, though. He comes with another upper body that has been juiced up, and his eyeballs are bulging, and it's direct from the scene where Batman creates that, like, hits the controller with the batarang and damages and overjuices Bane. It's an excellent look, and I want that on the shelf. But I don't really have room right now. I'm too crowded here with Batman the Animated Series from Mondo. So I'm going to have to move some stuff around, give these guys a little more breathing room now that Bane's here, so that I can have him set up properly. Of course, Clayface, or not Clayface, Man-Bat's up over there, and I'm waiting on Clayface. Hopefully he'll be here soon. And there we go. That's 7 new items for this week. Hopefully you're having an excellent collecting week. Make sure you subscribe, and until Monday when we do another top 10, you have a great weekend.